good morning, everybody. My name is Rachele DeCrescenzo. I'm a physical therapist, and my practice is the Healing Journey, myofascial release and physical therapy. And I'm located in Clinton. And I have some exciting news that I'm going to be moving into a new location soon. And it's still going to be in Clinton, but it's going to be a bigger space and allow me to do a lot more. It's right downtown Clinton on the water. Super excited about it. So 11 Lower Center Street will be my new location. I'm hoping to be in there by June. Has some renovations that need to get done first, but really excited about that. So thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about mindfulness, not necessarily about myofascial release specifically, but about mindfulness. And the reason we're going to talk about it is mindfulness is super important to what I do. I really work with my patients on trying to get them to be mindful and in the moment and in their bodies. It's very important for myofascial release to really be the most beneficial that it can be. So what is mindfulness? So it's the basic human ability to be fully present, aware of where we are and what we're doing, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on, or not judgmental is another way to look at it too. Just kind of being where you are, being in the moment, being present. And I found this cartoon, and I really love it. It's a human on the left and a dog on the right. And the human has their mind full, as most of us do, mind full of tons of different things. And we're walking with our dog, but we're still thinking of a million other things. And the dog is just mindful. He's walking with his human, he's looking at trees, he's feeling the sun, and that is also his thought. So he's just present in the moment, he's enjoying the moment. And of course, we're not going to be like the dog all of the time, but I think this is a good visual to look at how we usually are, very mindful, our minds are full, and the difference of taking some time to be mindful and just learning to be present and enjoying our moments. Regular mindfulness practice can really help with multiple things. And these are just really a few of the most common things: anxiety and depression, gastrointestinal difficulties, PTSD, stress, headaches, migraines, body aches and pains, high blood pressure, heart disease, and insomnia. And you might wonder, well, how can just being mindful help with any of those things? But it's generally thought to work by changing your brain's response to stress. So we have two parts of our nervous system that should be working in concert with each other on a regular basis. We have our parasympathetic nervous system, which is also termed the rest and digest, and we have our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight. We need both of them to function as humans. But the sympathetic nervous system is really meant to be a survival mechanism. It's meant to help us survive the threat. It's a very primitive response. We should be able to switch out of that sympathetic fairly quickly and back to parasympathetic, where our body is just more relaxed and mindful. But again, if our minds are always full, we are in sympathetic on a regular basis. So a mindfulness practice can help turn off that sympathetic nervous system and turn on our parasympathetic and get our bodies to relax and be in the moment more. Some benefits of mindfulness are reduced stress, enhanced performance, ability to gain insight and awareness. And that one in particular, I like to kind of stay on for just a second, because that's why I work on it with my patients. I want them to gain insight and awareness into their bodies. And if our minds are full and we're not in the present moment, it's very, very hard to be insightful or aware at all to what's going on in your body. So when we can calm ourselves down, take some deep breaths, feel into our bodies, we gain that insight and awareness. It can help to increase your attention to others' well-being, increase your emotional regulation, and even improve your memory. There's many types of mindfulness practices. The most common, I would say, is just breathing activities. And there's so many different types of breath work. There's literally, you can become a breath worker. As you know, I'm a physical therapist, and I would consider myself a body worker. You can become a breath worker. There's that many types of different ways to engage your breath and work with your breath and try to work on your parasympathetic nervous system. So breathing activities, meditations, visualizations, mindful movements, journaling, sensory activities, and body scan. Mindful movements, just like a walking mindfulness, like just being out in nature and taking a hike and just being there, observing what's around you. Sensory activities could be something like mindful eating. You eat really well, but you allow yourself to enjoy some chocolate every once in a while. And when you do, really like enjoying the chocolate, like putting it in your mouth, letting it sit there, enjoying it, being present in the moment. And then, like I said, body scan. And I'm going to have you guys do a body scan today. I'm going to run you through a quick body scan. There's a lot of mindfulness and meditation apps. These are some of the free ones. So you may have heard of like Calm or Headspace. They're really good, but both of those have, they do cost money to get the app. These are all free. My personal favorite is Insight Timer. I absolutely love it. I use it on a daily basis. I would say most of the time I use it to help me go to sleep. I'll put on headphones and put on a sleep meditation, but there's tons and tons and tons of meditations on Insight Timer. It's a wonderful, wonderful app. It's the one I'm most familiar with, but the other ones are also very, very good. And like I said, they're free. Okay, and then I want to run you guys through a body scan just so you can kind of get a feeling of what mindfulness is, what this body scan is. So if you would so indulge me, if wherever you are, just close your eyes and get comfortable in your chair. If you want to, if you're in a place where you can lay down, that's great. Get out of your chair and lay down. If you don't want to, that's fine though too. So I want everybody to just keep your eyes closed until I ask you to open them back up. And first, I want you to just observe your breath. So just notice your breath. How are you breathing? Is it slow? Is it fast? Are you breathing mostly with your chest? Are you breathing mostly with your belly? Just observe your breath. Now, next, I'm just going to bring you through, keep observing your breath and staying focused on your breath if you can. And next, I'm just going to have you observe different parts of your body. And as I say each part of your body, I want you to just bring your awareness and your attention to that part of your body. And if your mind wanders, which is very common for our minds to wander, just come back to what I'm saying, come back to the body part. Come back to your breath. So now I want you to just observe and bring some awareness to your feet. Just feel your feet, feel how they're resting on the ground. Feel your toes. Now bring that awareness and that observation up to your lower legs. Feel your lower legs. Just observe. Bring your awareness and your observation up into your knees. Let it kind of swirl around your knees. And just feel into your knees. Now bring your awareness and your observation up to your upper legs, your thighs, the front, the back, the inside and the outside. And just feel into your thighs. And now come up into your pelvis, your hips. Feel into your pelvis. Feel your hips. If you're sitting, just feel how your pelvis is making contact with your seat. Are you more on one side or the other? Now bring your awareness up into your lower belly and your lower back. Feel that part of your body. Bring your awareness up into your mid belly and your mid back. Bring your awareness up into your upper back and your chest, your rib cage. Feel inside that rib cage. Can you sense that it is a cage, that is like a barrel, that it holds multiple things, your heart, your lungs, really vital organs? Can you feel that? Can you sense it? Come up into your shoulders and scan down your arms all the way to your fingertips. And just see what you notice all the way down. Our arms, our hands do so much work for us on a daily basis. Just feel into your arms. Come back up, feel into your neck. Bring your awareness there into your neck, your throat, your voice box. Just sense that area. And then bring your awareness up into your head, to your jaw, your mouth, your cheeks, your nose, your ears, your eyes, and your scalp. Now take a quick scan of your whole body. And I want you to take 2 big breaths in and back out. And just observe that breath as you do it. Try to make it a bigger breath than you did before. Big breath in, long breath out. Big breath in, and a long breath out. Good. And everybody can open your eyes if you had your eyes closed. You can kind of feel your bodies, sense if you feel a little bit more calm than you did before when we first sat down at the computer. Hopefully you do. And that is just being mindful and being in your body, and able to sense your body and what you're feeling. So that's the end of my presentation. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
I have a couple of comments.
Yeah.
If I may. I think a lot of people don't realize that they maybe think of mindfulness as some sort of phase that we're going through right now, but mindfulness is actually a branch of cognitive therapy, psychology. I became a disciple of it years ago, and I got to tell you, it changed my world. It changed my life. And Rachelle's therapy, the myofascial therapy, is, as far as I'm concerned, my experience is I am in the moment. My mind is not thinking about yesterday. It's not thinking about what I'm going to do this afternoon. It is purely in the moment. And when that therapy's over, I feel like I just had the most relaxing sleep. So it's I highly recommend the practice and seeing Rachelle to get into that practice.
Thank you, George. Thanks so much.
Rachelle, that was awesome. And I think your calming voice, like I did wander, my mind wandered, but I came back to your voice, and it was really interesting. When I really focused, I felt tingling in that part of the body that I was actually asked to like kind of focus on. And very relaxed. It's amazing how your mind, you can totally be in tune with certain parts of your body if you allow your mind to do so. And thank you
Yeah,
for that, because it's going
you're
to help me
welcome.
throughout the day. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're welcome. That's great. And the tingling sensation, that's not uncommon at all. It's just, again, it's just being aware. By the time people get to my office, they're in pain, they're in dysfunction. Their pain is too much that they can't do what they need to do. And they've completely tuned out of their body. They're completely disconnected. Most patients that I see, they have no idea what's going on in their body. And the body has such an amazing ability to heal itself if we allow it, but we have to tune in. We have to tune in. We can't give that piece away to a doctor, to a therapist, to anybody. We have to tune into our own bodies and see what we're feeling, sense what we're feeling, and we can help ourselves. We really can, but you have to be in the moment. You have to be able to come into your body and feel and sense and notice and know what's right for you and what's not right for you. Like what's your normal and what's your not normal.
So this is helpful for me. Yesterday I had one of those overwhelming days where meeting after meeting, and I could tell that I was just going through the motions. Learning this now from you today, if I have another one of those overwhelmed days, I'm going to remember what you did. And then if I could stop myself during those overwhelming days, just do what you just taught us.
Yeah.
It's going to make my day so much more productive mentally and then in essence, physically, because I was mentally drained, which knocked me out. You know what I mean? So thank you.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you can always obviously come back to this video, go to the apps that I mentioned before, or you can do it yourself. I mean, you can start to do it yourself. Sometimes your mind wanders a little bit too much if you're trying to do it yourself at first. So using the apps are really helpful.
Hey, Rachelle, is this what just happened for me too, is that I just feel so much calmer after those 2 or 3 minutes. And, I found I was like uncrossing my legs and relaxing the parts of the body. But I have a hard time just with the whole idea of like putting aside 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever to just do nothing. Is that a good way to start and transition into that? Or is that kind of enough?
Yeah, I mean, anything is enough. Just you can, again, I know the Insight Timer app the best, so I'll just speak to that. You can filter that timer by looking for how much, like a meditation that's 5 minutes, meditation's 10 minutes, meditation's an hour, right? You can filter it by time. So just if you really have a very hard time, just start with 5 minutes. Like start with a 5-minute meditation and visualization or whatever it is, and just start there and maybe do that a couple of times a day if you can. Don't force yourself to do more than you can, because that just defeats the whole purpose. So start with little bits and then just increase your time.
A comment on that too. This happens to be an area that I love. Mindfulness it's not like, well, it is kind of, you put 10 minutes aside to meditate, but it's more than that, Lisa. Once and it doesn't just happen. It takes practice, but once you, become accustomed to it, it's like muscle memory, and it just becomes part of I don't even think about it. It's part of my entire day, mindfulness. It just becomes so it's not like I put aside 10 minutes a day to be mindful. I'm mindful all day long. At least I try to be most of the time.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You start with some practice. Rachelle can help you. And like I said, after a while, it becomes your life.
Thank you.